Hey, my name is Meg. Welcome back to my channel. So this might seem out of sorts from the rest of the video when you watch it, but I forgot to film an intro. But in today's video, we are going to be playing with the Shark FlexStyle hair kind of tool set that I was kindly gifted from my family for Christmas. I just thought it would be really fun to come on here and use it for the first time with you guys, kind of, go into the first impression, user kind of initial thoughts and just see how it goes. And I'm not a hair person, not by any means, so I don't really do hair content, but I just thought, if any of you, it was the thing that I really had to watch a lot of videos for to see kind of what my thoughts were and figure out what I wanted, because I kept debating between this and the air wrap and what I really kind of wanted to ask for. And yeah, so it's videos like this that kind of helped me, decide. So hopefully if you've been thinking about it and just want some more input, just want to see, kind of a non-hair professional, non-hair guru, non-hair anything, just regular gal who just wants to get better at styling her hair, use the Shark FlexStyle, then keep on watching. Alright, so we're here with hair damp. It's starting to dry up a bit, so I'm trying to get in here before it was too dry because I want to try out the, obviously, blow dryer aspect. And then I do know that for the curling, you're supposed to have your hair mostly dry, but still just slightly damp. So I wanted to be able to have it prepped for that before coming in. So again, here is the box. So you open it up and it had this on top, which is just kind of a styling, kind of how to use the curlers, because I think that's probably the more complicated thing to get used to. And then inside it had all of the pieces. It obviously had stuff kind of built in with more cardboard and that, but we took all that out already. So we got our base, and it comes with, which is the, it has a little lock unlock thing kind of on the back. So if you press it down, it allows you to flip it and then be able to use the blow dryer like that. And unless you press it down again, it won't move, it locks into place. So you press it again to make it straight again. And then it also came with a couple of brushes, so sort of a paddle brush sort of style, and then a round brush, which will be interesting to try to use for when I'm actually fully blow drying it and just doing a blowout kind of thing, a concentrator sort of thing. And then it has the two wands. So as you can probably see, they have arrows facing different ways, so they'll spin in counterclockwise and clockwise in order to get a curl going the right way for each side. So I'm gonna get this all set up so we can start using it, and then we'll kind of see what our first impression thoughts are. I'm so excited. I have been lusting after a tool like this for a long time, and so I'm so excited to be jumping into this now, and finally it just blows my mind I have my hands on this and I can't wait. Alright, so we have the base, the hairdryer aspect, plugged in. I've already kind of twisted it to go into this position. I guess technically you could leave it straight and use it like that if you feel like that would feel more comfortable, but I think kind of having it bent like this is supposed to be one of the nicer features of this when you compare it to other options, because it feels more like what you're used to with a blow dryer. Definitely as I hold this, I can understand what people are talking about when they say that this thing has got some weight and heft to it. I haven't obviously held any others, the Dyson is the obviously kind of top other contender for this, and I have not held one of those before, so I don't know what it feels like in comparison, but I do recall people saying that it does, this feels a lot heavier. So we have some different buttons on here. So here's the cool shot There's the on and off, like just like switch, and then it's got levels for like the amount of air and also the heat level. So there's 3 levels that you can have it at. I did briefly turn this on just to like make sure everything was like working with it being plugged in, and I immediately got to experience how people were saying that like it is loud, which I've been I've been told from watching comparison videos, the Dyson is a bit quieter. I don't really know how much quieter. Like it's still like a blow dryer and that, like it's gonna be kind of loud. And I imagine if you turn it down, like when I turned it on, it was on full blast. So I'm gonna turn it on, be prepared. It's probably gonna be loud. So we're just going to loud. So right now on 3. So yeah, it goes down volume wise. And I got it on like medium now, and it's got some warmth to it. I'm gonna stick it on level 1. Hopefully you can hear me above this. And we're just gonna start. Oh, and actually, before I like get into blow drying, after I got out of the shower and got my hair like a little bit drier, because I don't like putting product in when it's like sopping wet. I want to dry it a little bit. I then went in with some products. So if you're just curious as to what I have in my hair, I went in first with this from Briogeo. It's the Superfoods Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture 3-in-1 leave-in spray. That's it right there. I really love this. I've been working on it. As you can see, it's getting pretty low. I got this in like a BoxyCharm or Icon Box, can't remember which one, a while ago, and been working my way through it, and I really enjoy it. So I've got a lot of hair products I built up from like Ipsy and that right now, so I don't know when I would repurchase this, but I feel like this is a product I would definitely consider repurchasing the next time I need like some sort of a leave-in product. And then I am using also the oil from Olaplex. This is the number 7 bonding oil. I got this a while ago when they were having, at Sephora, every once in a while I've noticed that Olaplex will have like their stuff on sale. So I had stocked up on a bunch of products from them, and I've been using this bonding oil, and I really like it. I think it's just nice, especially for the ends of my hair. Really helps just like kind of add some hydration to them. And then anytime I'm gonna like do any like heat styling to any degree to my hair, I've been going in with this. It's the Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother Leave-In Styling Treatment. So it's just a styling product. I don't know if this one actually has like actual like heat protection. Like it says it's like reduce frizz, strengthen and add moisture. So I probably also technically should go in with like a heat protectant, but I don't have anything right now. But yeah, that's what I got in my hair. So we're gonna just dry it a little bit more. Like it has been drying, just air drying, because it's Christmas, so we've been talking to all the fam. But I want to get it a little bit more dry, because on this little like cheat sheet, it confirmed what I was thinking, which it does say to have your hair 80 to 90% dry, and any styling products that you want to use in it. So let's go. Alright, I'm taking a brief break from drying the majority of my hair, and I kind of tried to like re-pull out my bangs that were all kind of all over the place. And I'm going to try one of the brush attachments. So I'm going to try out this paddle one. So you just kind of put it on and you'll hear it click, and it like won't pull off. It locks. It's got a little kind of switch here that you would hit to unlock it and pull it off. But it goes on and off really easily. But I thought we could give this a try and see how it works. So I don't know with like how long everything is. I might be kind of fumbly with this. And if I didn't say it already, like keep in mind, I am by no means a hairstylist or a hair professional, like anything, whatever. I am super basic, just really starting to kind of get better with doing my own hair. So don't try to like learn any techniques from me. Or anything like that. I'm just kind of sharing my experience and what I do. So I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to All right, so keep in mind my bangs weren't like too damp anymore, so they're already like pretty dry, but I mostly just wanted to try that to like get a feel for like how it felt using the like that attachment and seeing how like it felt. And I think that's actually going to be a really handy tool. I gotta get my bangs trimmed, they're way too long, but a really handy tool for doing something like that, and I imagine it'd be really great on the rest of the hair too. So I'm gonna take it off and like dry the rest of my hair to like the mostly dry. I'll come right back with it when we're ready to do the curlers. All right, so I've got, hopefully it's not too dry now. I got caught up in a Christmas conversation with my family, but I put up most of my hair, got some separated at the bottom, and then I've got like it, obviously, as you can see, pulled to either side. I've put on the barrel that is for the left, and it's really handy too. Like they've got, hopefully you'll be able to see, block my face, that it's got the L at the top to indicate that that is for the left. So looking at the thing, it tells you to take a 1/2 inch to 1 inch section of hair, 4 inches from the ends to make sure the ends hang freely. So you're like grasping up some of your hair like that. And then you're going to turn on the styling wand, bring the wand behind the ends of the hair, and let the ends wrap around the middle of the barrel automatically. Once it wraps, let go of the hair section and slowly bring the barrel directly to the roots. Allow the hair to continue to wrap itself around the barrel. No need to twist the wand, which was another thing I was excited about with a styling wand such as this, because I just hate regular curlers, curling irons. And then for best results and avoid heat damage, hold the barrel in place for 10 seconds, then press the cool shot button for at least 10 seconds, which again, that is that button right there with the blue dot on it. And you're going to repeat until hair is dry for best results. Turn off, and then turn it off obviously when you're done. So let's just jump into it and give it a go. So I'm going to grab a section and we're going to turn it on. So it's gonna probably get loud again. And it recommended on the thing that you have it like all the way up. So we're gonna turn it to max. Hold that. There we go. And then I'm going to do the cool shot. And release. Wow, that's a pretty nice curl, I have to say. It was a little bit fiddly at first, but getting used to anything, especially when I'm not someone who is adept at using tools. I will say, like at full heat and stuff, like it does feel warm. So be aware of that. You might want to turn it down, try it on a lower one. So let's try doing another section. I probably should have my hair a bit damper. So we'll see how this goes. I might go like spritz my hair a bit. Nice. All right. I'm gonna keep going with the rest of my hair. I might kind of just speed it up a little bit, put on some background music because I don't think you want to hear that the whole time. And then when the whole head is done, we'll go from there. Oh, and little thing too, which I'm already kind of telling as I go back towards the back of my hair, I can kind of see like what the person was probably talking about. But one of the comparison videos that I watched, sort of like first impression things on this, the person had talked about how when they do it, they actually like going so that they're going upside down like that with it. I can understand how that probably, especially for doing the back of your head, would be a little less cumbersome. So I don't know, that's just like a little tip if you haven't seen anybody talk about that in any videos. That might help with any kind of, you know, feeling all thumbs with it. But I'm going to continue just going like this. We'll see what happens. But I just remembered that I saw that in a video. All right, I wanted to hop in once I had everything curled. It is not fully styled. The bangs are still a work in progress. I actually tried to see if I could use one of the curling wands just to help form the bangs a bit, and then I also put like the brush back on because it got like too curly, because it's a bit of a tighter like kind of curl than what I would normally use for my bangs. So I think just like thinking in the future, like I would have to like plan better, like figure out sort of my process for my bangs, and then go from there. But so far so good. It was a learning process. I feel like I learned things as I went along. So here's the curl, and it's like a pretty good curl, especially like the upper half, just because I think it was a bit damper than everything was down below. And so I would say my experience so far has taught me that you definitely want your hair to be like at most like 80% or whatever, like dry. Like you want some dampness to it, just because that's going to help create and set the curl. And then as I was going through, like my fingers were getting used to like where the buttons were, so I was able to be a lot faster about being like moving on, doing the cool shot, and then turning it off, and then you pull down to release your curl. And I just like got better with like my angles. I did try to do like the above kind of thing, but I just felt too fumbly with that, so I don't know if I would do that. But I'm gonna go eat some dinner because it's Christmas and we're having a bunch of Chinese food and I want to go gorge on that. I'm gonna put on a bit of makeup, and I'll come back to show you what it looks like after I'm all done and like the curls have been sitting for a little bit. But like as you can see, they're looking good. I'm not going to brush them out yet just because I just want to let them like sit up as much as possible. But so far I'm like really impressed, and it was, once you get used to using it, like I think it would be a really fast and easy way to curl your hair. So that's my thoughts so far. Be back soon in a second for you, and we'll have our final thoughts and how everything looks. All right, we are back sometime later. It's probably been like a good hour and a half or so since we did the hair. I never ended up putting any like hairspray in or anything, so it definitely, I think, like has just sort of fallen on its own. Like you can even see like the under bit, like it's not even really curled anymore at all. So I don't know if I can like really like blame that on the styler. It's probably also just because I didn't do anything to like really add hold to it, but like there's also spots where it's like there's still a good amount of curl, but this isn't just like curled. I didn't like brush out or anything, so we're going to brush out just to kind of, you know, obviously doing this, like we're not going to have like the tight kind of curls or anything. If you want to maintain that, like, you know, you probably more so just go in with like your fingers and do that, or also have put hairspray in. We're gonna ignore the bangs because they're just doing their thing. But yeah, so that is my hair all styled. Thoughts, like first thoughts. Like one, I think I'm gonna have to like come back, you know, once I played with this again and like, you know, have finessed sort of how I best think this works both for me and my hair, and also making sure I'm just doing everything possible to make sure it actually like stays. So like I think I mentioned earlier, I definitely find that you have to have your hair on the damper side of like what it's wanting you to have. Like it's saying to have it mostly dry. And yes, you don't want soaking like wet hair. Like you don't want it to be like wet, but you do want it to be damp. I just find that the hair, which was the hair that I more so had on top, was the more damp out of all my hair, and it held the curls the best and like curled the best. I also found doing like 20 to 30 seconds and then a 10-second cool shot is what also worked best. Like I said, like when I was reading the thing, like they suggest the 10 and 10 as like an option to like best lower, you know, kind of any like damage to your hair or anything like that. But I just know my hair can be really stubborn, so I am not shocked that I'm having to go on a more like severe side of what I'm going to have for it. Other stuff, I think it's just like, you know, getting used to like the angling and that. I did find that like the more I used it, my fingers got used to like where the buttons were. So I was able to get in a lot better of a flow of being like, okay, I've got the curl, I'll do the cool shot and turn it off and pull, like, you know, pull down kind of thing. And once I was sort of in the flow of doing that, like it didn't take very long and it felt really quick and fast altogether. So I really think that it's super easy to work with for me, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really style their hair a lot and all of that, especially curl it, because it's one of the huge reasons why I won one of these was because I just hate the whole process of like, you know, getting the curl and then having to roll it up and then like just everything, and then having like the cool shot option in there to help set the curl is just really great, because otherwise one thing I've done in the past to try to achieve that is to like do the curl and then pin it up so it's like sitting pinned up, holding the curl. It's just, yeah, I think this is just overall would be a really helpful way to get a good kind of curled or like, you know, waved sort of style without it being too complicated or also potentially too damaging on your hair. I guess, like, again, I don't have the Dyson. I've never tried the Dyson. Like, you know, would it be cool one day to like have that and try it? I guess, but I also don't know if with the price difference, I don't know. Even watching videos, I don't know if I can justify that it would be so much more worth to spend the extra money. I know like one thing was always the fact that like, you know, like, oh, the Dyson comes with, and it comes with, like, it's not even just like, oh, Dyson makes it, like it comes with the case like for it. I think when Shark first released this, they didn't have a case at all. Looking on Amazon, because I was looking at cases, because I'm like, this is a nice piece of equipment. I want to store it nicely. So, and then for travel as well. So I started looking at cases, and I actually saw that Shark does have one of their own, but it is like an extra like 70 bucks Canadian to get it. So, you know, when you start adding that stuff up, it's like, oh, this doesn't really feel like it's that much cheaper than the Dyson. So I don't know. It's kind of, you know, yeah, you know, anyways. But overall, my first impression is I am really impressed with this. I'm so happy I have it. I'm happy that it's, you know, a tool that I can use to both dry, kind of blow out, and curl my hair in one. It doesn't feel like it fried my hair at all. Everything actually seems really nice and like shiny too, which is nice. Like I'm happy, like aside from my bangs and how much they're making me mad right now, I'm quite happy with my hair. So that's like kind of first impression, a little bit of, you know, demoing, you know, all that from a non-hair professional, non-hair influent, like I just have nothing to do with hair. I barely do my own, and my thoughts, and just like your regular kind of consumer, and, you know, whether or not, and someone who really like, you know, went back and forth about getting something like this for like at least like a couple years now. So hopefully, you know, if you were like me and you're going back and forth, this just helped, you know, kind of let you know whether or not you think it's something that you're really going to utilize and if it was worth it. Looking on like, I know my family got it for me from Best Buy, but I'm pretty sure like everything is quite cost comparable. Like looking at right now, the it looks like it's the same styler set that I got. So the FlexStyle hair styling and drying system, and I have the one that doesn't have the diffuser, is $279.99 Canadian. On Amazon. It does say that the normal list price is $349.99, so it does look like it is on a sale right now. I don't know if that's for the holidays or what, but yeah, if that was something that you were interested in, then like, you know, and that's compared to like where, again, like the Dyson is, I think normally like 7 something, and everywhere I look right now it looks like it's on for about $650 on sale. So you know, it's on a discount too, but that's still $650 versus to, you know, $80. So there is a huge difference. Anyways, I think I rambled enough, but I just was so excited when I got this, and I just thought, what better way to play with it for the first time than come on here and do it with you guys and give my first thought, you know, like first impression, and just kind of, I don't know, have some fun with it. So hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, all the stuff. It helps out my channel, and I greatly appreciate it every time you guys show any support and love towards my channel. What was I gonna say? Check me out on my other socials, Spooky Mama Glam on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, we're just gonna wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this look, a video is either already up or coming soon, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!